Welcome to SKYSITE Help and Training. During this video, we will discuss some considerations when creating hyperlinks. Hyperlinking within SKYSITE links project documents to one another, creating a fast way for project team members to associate related sheets with one click, rather than working through a document list. While hyperlinks can go from one document to a single second document, they more commonly tie multiple documents to one another. When planning to associate 3 or more documents together, you need to consider how the different project team members will use them. Let's explain this using an example of project team members George and Paul. For part of a project, George and Paul are working on the same areas as one another, even though completing different tasks. There are 3 documents and 1 spec page that relate directly to the area they are working. You can create hyperlinks to connect each of these documents. In this case, since both George and Paul need to view all documents and will often want to go through all 4 at the same time, the best option is to chain them together. This makes it easy for them to go from one sheet to the next and the next. In this case, the first sheet will link to the second will link to the third, and the third will link to the fourth, forming what, on paper at least, looks like a chain. Let's look at another way to hyperlink. George and Paul work on a similar section of the project, but for very different reasons. George is actively building this section, while Paul needs to inspect materials to be sure they match the owner's strict requirements. In this case, George needs access to the drawings, while Paul needs access to the first drawing and the specification. If you were to link these as a chain, Paul would always need to access extra drawings in the chain to get to the spec book, resulting in a time loss, while George would have an extra link to something he doesn't use. In this case, the better option is to create 2 hyperlinking branches coming off of the same original document. Now George has links to his related documents, while Paul only has a link to the specification he needs. If someone wants to view all linked documents, they would simply click the first link, return to the original document, and select the second series of links. If you would like more advanced hyperlinking options or would like assistance hyperlinking within SKYSITE, hyperlinking can be outsourced to SKYSITE's professional services team.